Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another live stream of the Evan K. Productions podcast. I'm your fucking sick as a dog host back from Mac Movie Reviews, and today is a special live stream. I was like, I feel like shit. I texted the boys, we're going to go through with this because we've been wanting to do this live stream for a while. So I don't talk a lot. Doesn't know that I'm trying to fight and breathe. But I'm joined here by my two co-hosts that are going to help guide this conversation because today we're doing a retro review of Project X. If you know that movie, it's a fucking wild time. So I'm going to bring in my first guest. He's back as he is from the last podcast. And that's Dom from Talking TV. Dom, what's going on today, man?
What's going on, people? Happy to be here. Happy to be a part of the Project X recap podcast. I was doing my homework for this movie. I rewatched it for the first time in, I want to say, like 6 or 7 years. I've re-listened to the Rewatchables podcast. Ton of backstory and awesome stuff on this. I am ready to go. I just had a little Project X moment of my own. As you guys can see, my camera is unfortunately kaput after 6 long years. RIP to the first ever Talking TV webcam. Don't worry, the new one's on its way tomorrow, courtesy of Amazon. It's not a promotion, but you know.
Shout out to Amazon. At least you're not War of the Worlds. You're not shilling at Amazon every
Exactly.
minute. But we're joined here by our third co-host, and that is Rod for the Infinity Film Podcast. Rod, what's going on, man?
What's going on, fellas? How we doing? I think I don't think Dom's camera's not working, Mac. I think what happened is he was afraid to face me after our last podcast where he kept shit talking Midsommar. So, and now he just doesn't want to show his face today. I think that's
whatever helps you sleep better at night, Rod. I'll slap you around with or without a camera.
That's
good
fucking
to see
nuts,
you guys.
bro.
Good to see you
Good to
guys.
see you too. Yeah. So I'm fucked up, guys.
Me too, if that helps.
Oh god, but we're gonna power through this. This isn't gonna be a long stream like we do for our top 10 and everything like that. We're just gonna be talking about pure vaccination. We can say, guys, we're talking about Project X, and I'm gonna bring up the caption here. Project X discussion. So not to be confused with the original movie of the 1980s, which is like a fighter pilot movie. I think it's like a movie for like.
There's only one Project X.
I swear there's another one. I'm not.
No, there's another one.
I can say yeah.
No, you guys don't understand. There's only one Project X. There may be another movie called Project X, but there's only one Project X, if you catch my drift.
Oh my God.
I hear you. Okay, all right, I got you.
But guys, Project X. It's a film 2012, which is produced by Todd Phillips, which is still weird to have. He has involvement in this movie. It's about 3 friends in high school. One of them is turning 18. They're like, we're going to throw you the party, to throw all parties, to get you laid, and get you popular in high school. Because that's definitely what matters after your senior year. No one gives a shit. But we go, and the party just becomes so fucking out of control. like, that's the basis I can say with this film, because this movie gets fucking crazy. Like, it takes its time to get crazy, but it's absolutely wild. But I think before we get into the movie itself, I want to ask y'all, what was your experience watching Project X for the first time? Oh God!
Well, I saw this with my dad the first time.
Oh no!
I feel like this is either like the greatest or the worst movie to see with your dad.
Oh, God,
yeah. Well, luckily for me, Don, my dad fell asleep about 25 minutes in. So before it really got too crazy, he fell asleep. I think he woke up like every now and then, but he didn't really know what was going on. So
the first time I did waking up in the middle of like the girls going topless, jumping in the pool, or like Pursuit of Happiness sequence.
I don't think he woke up during that, but if he did, Jesus,
would he have stayed awake?
But I think my dad is a happily married man. But anyway,
what they all
the second time I did go see it with some friends. Wasn't old enough to see it in theaters, so we snuck in. We bought tickets to see something else, and we went and snuck in, and we missed like the first 5 or 10 minutes or something. But the first 5 or 10 minutes of the movie, dumb or nothing, basically. I mean, it's just all set up.
It's just set up.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, so that was my experience. I don't know if you had a different experience.
Mine was. I want to say this was freshman year of college, community college, really. I was chilling with Dustin big time. Started smoking weed. That's spring 16, or no, sorry, not that spring, that fall 2016. And then Dustin and I would hang out a lot. We would watch movies a lot at his place. And he finally showed me Project X. And first time I watched it, it was one of those movies where even though I was high out of my mind, I was still like, oh, this is something really cool. This is something really special. It's really one of the most like insanely problematic like movies. I'm like, oh, these guys are criminals. They all deserve to go to jail. But like for the sake of like what they pulled off, I'm like, I literally quoted it when I wrote it in my re-review of Letterboxd. I'm like, this is the greatest movie ever made. Like, move over The Godfather, the new #1 movie of all time, Project X.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because like even the dad at the end of the movie, he's like,
and that's something I
how many
missed.
people were here?
That's something I forgot about the first time that I saw it. When he's literally like, "Oh, how many people did you have over?" It's like 1,500. It's like, okay, you almost like see like the look of it. It's like, wow, my son actually achieved something. Good for him.
You're still fucked, Thomas.
Yeah.
God. So for me, the first time I saw this, I was 12 when this came out. So Jesus Christ.
Did you watch this when you were 12 years old?
I did.
Oh my man.
I thought all parties was gonna be like that because I didn't go to my first party until like this year, like that. And it's like I remember I had to beg my mom, like, can we not watch Project X? Because I know everyone at school was talking about it. I was like, I want to see topless girls and everything like that. And I was like, wow, this movie is crazy. And like the rule that I always had in my house was that you can watch a rated R movie or anything, you can't repeat the words of it. But,
probably a good idea as far as a few of the phrases in this movie go.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh Jesus. But my surprise when my mom walked in, she's like, how's the movie? It was a scene where Thomas was starting to have sex with a pretty girl at high school. I was like, you gotta be fucking
with
kidding
Alexis
me.
Knapp from
I was like,
the
fuck.
movies.
I was like, fuck me, dude. I was like, no worries, it's part of the plot. And then I remember I watched it and I was like, man, this movie was awesome. I kept rewatching it. And then yeah, it's kind of stuck with me for the last like 13 years of my life.
Understandably so. It's a very seminal moment in your coming of age journey.
Jesus Christ. I mean, this is definitely a coming of age movie because like I've seen people describe
in every way possible.
People have described this as like Animal House meets like The Hangover.
Meets Blair Witch Project because of the found footage angle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like, you know what? I think like talking about the found footage aspect of this, I think I like this. It works well for this movie because it was just like a straight up like, hey, here's a movie we're talking about a party. It's just like we get to see them during the party like that. I think that was actually really good.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, too, guys. This was the second found footage movie to come out that year because Chronicle came out earlier that year.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, both of Miles. Oh, no, never mind. I thought one was a Miles Teller. It's just funny. It was only one. I thought the other one was a Miles Teller.
Yeah, the irony being that this is probably still, at least for me, one of Miles Teller's like top 3 best performances. Still,
wasn't
not even joking.
Wasn't he just playing himself?
Literally, like, and that's like what's the confusing part is that like it's supposed to be like all like the real people that they're playing, but like it's like this version. It's like almost like a semi-fictionalized version where it's like, oh, this Miles Teller was like playing college baseball.
Yeah, because he was at USC.
Yeah,
they said, and then so he came to the party. It's like, oh, so is Miles Teller like canon in this movie or something like that? But God, where to start with this movie, Project X? Let's talk about the characters first. Hot take here. I fucking hate Costa. I think what I like about Project X is that this friend group, shut up, Dom. This friend group that is presented in this movie, we all know someone that's like each one of them. It's like not even funny. I know Costa, I know a JB, and I know a Thomas.
I would say I know each one of those guys. I know somebody who is like a wannabe version of each one of those guys is what I would say. Like the thing about it is that those types, and this might be part of like the aging process of it, is those types do feel a little constrained to the year in which it came out. But also at the same time, it's like you couldn't make this movie with any other types of characters is the thing. Like those 3 are like essential. Like you need like the lead like shit talker who like is also secretly like the organizer and like a criminal mastermind. You need like the regular guy schlub as the lead character. And then you need just like the fat, funny, like punching bag on the side.
What I found interesting too was I think because when they were casting for this movie, they were looking for basically anyone with no acting experience, and I think the only one who did was Thomas Mann.
Yeah,
and I've read I think he auditioned like 5 or 6 times for the role before he finally got it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know Tom. Is there a wannabe type for a Thomas Mann, Dom? That's my question, because I feel like I know a lot of characters like Thomas.
I don't know.
JB.
I feel like that's the type of character that is just like kind of disappeared from the populist pop culture. You know, like I don't like necessarily know or see any people who, and also keep in mind too that like, and this is just based off what I see on social media, but I feel like high schoolers have changed as well. You know, from like obviously 2012. Like this, we're talking about a movie this is 12 years now. You know, like 12, 13 years. So like obviously high schoolers have changed since then. Obviously, because keep in mind this is also pre-COVID as well.
Mac, I didn't know how much time we're going to spend on characters because there's just so little development of any characters in this movie. They're all basically.
I'm about to say, I'm like, what character
type of
is
character.
there to talk about?
You can say Thomas learned to be more confident in himself, I guess, and then JB got some ass, so he's more confident in himself.
Costa is still awaiting 3 different the results.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was like, no fucking way you put that in a movie, and it's like, oh my god.
It's
great. Thomas basically learns nothing because even his dad's like, shit, son, you know what? Slap on the wrist. Just drive the minivan that burnt up minivan at school.
Fucking scorched minivan driving to school. There's no fucking way that's
with missing the doors on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe the midget, because he gets his revenge, Dom, guys. That's some development.
Oh, well, he gets it twice. That's the thing.
Dude, that part.
Where did the midget even come from? Is the thing.
That's what they asked. Like,
I don't know.
Dude, the part when he was punching, he said, "Motherfucker!"
Yeah.
He's like,
people thought that was Vern Troyer from Austin Powers. It's like, no, that's Deep Roy. Oh no, sorry, no, not Deep Roy. The dude from Pirates of the Caribbean. What's his name? Martin Kebbel, I think.
Oh, you know, he kind of does look like it. Yeah. Now that I think about it. I know what you're talking about. That's at the same guy though, Dom, is it?
No, it's the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay. You know what's funny about that part is that when he looked at the camera and the camera guy's like, no. He just punched him in the dick. He's like, no. And he was just, and it's like,
yep, it's Martin Kleba from Pirates of the Caribbean. I wish I could show you a picture, but no camera.
But I do agree with Rod that the first kind of like half of this movie is very like not boring, but it's just more of the setup and everything because you can get everything together. Like there are some few parts because the one part we always talk about is when they have to go procure drugs and decide to steal fucking know.
Yep.
He's like,
yeah, the reveal of the reveal. That's the turning point, honestly. And like how it's revealed as well. Like it's like once you introduce ecstasy, it's like, oh, this just jumps to a whole new level. And like what's part of the fun of the movie as well, besides the fact that you're just experiencing it as this one big party. It's as much a sensual experience as much as it is a cinematic one. Is just how like each level, like you find yourself like evolving with each level of the party as it gets more and more and more ridiculous. Like it starts out as like just like a regular crazy like club party, and then it starts getting rowdier and rowdier. It starts to spiral out of control, but there's still like that element of control. But then once they get inside the house and once the drugs revealed, it's like all the bets are off, and you're just like on like a drug haze for the rest of it. Like, but what's crazy too is like experiencing it now at like almost 30, because like there were certain points, and this is literally old man winter coming out of me, but there were literally points where I was like, oh man, I would just be stressed out now if I was doing this now,
It's like I definitely feel like it's definitely more of like an age thing because we're almost all 30. Goddamn.
Yeah. Well, you still got a little ways to go, but yeah, I'm closing in on it.
It definitely.
Hey, I'll be 30 in like 3 months. So
yeah.
Shit. Well, it is the thing because it's like every time something happens, Costa's like, "Don't worry, I got a guy that can fix that," and you just know it's like it's kind of bullshit because like he has no way to. He even mentions like, I have no way to fix any of this. I just want to get some pussy. Like, I'm sorry, Thomas.
Well, I mean, because it's one thing. Like, okay, so because like. It gets worse the amount of damage that's done. Like first, Thomas's car gets up. The party hasn't even because his windshield gets cracked. It's like, oh yeah, I got a cousin who can fix it. I'm like, okay, all right, I believe that. Then when the glass breaks or something, Your kung fu no good here. And then I forgot.
Holy fuck!
The glass break. Yep. And
yeah,
then
that dude was literally the drug dealer played by T-Rex was literally the fucking Terminator for that scene. It was kind of gnarly.
They made a reference. They said they even called him a Terminator. Someone in the movie called him Terminator.
Yeah,
I think it was
they
JD.
literally was like, "What is this guy? The fucking Terminator?"
Terminator, Jesus. But once that party gets going, man, it is the. Can we talk about how they introduce I got a way to keep this party in control. Fucking 2 kid security guards. Like you're gonna do anything all night.
A 12-year-old security.
And also, can we talk about? We also talk about how the one kid, literally first he tased the neighbor and then he infiltrated the neighbor's house.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm still
trying to figure
out how did
get in.
It's that's a good question. He's like, don't worry, I'm in.
Some things are better left unknown, Rod.
I guess so, Gal.
Some questions are better left unanswered.
But the way they filmed this movie is really good because I believe the cameraman. What's the camera guy's name in this movie?
Well, it's not even necessarily the name of the camera guy. It's how they filmed it because it was filmed in a Warner Brothers backlot just over the course of 25 nights. And think about it this way: the extras were just oh yeah, just nonstop partying. So that they were people doing hookups, and some of those shots were definitely not even just people acting. The one shot of the girl pissing was legitimately real. They basically caught that, and then afterwards they paid her to be able to use it. That's how behind the scenes of this shit is. I went deep on the research of this movie.
That's actually really funny. You know what I want to know? I want to know if Kanye actually did show up at this party or not.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, because this feels like something that he would end up showing up at.
That's true.
Well, it's weird because I felt like this movie would have more cameos in it, especially for a party like this.
Any big comedy party movie, you feel like there'll be a crap ton of cameos. Plus, it's in LA. I mean, I was expecting some more cameos too.
I don't know. I feel like keeping it more contained helps make it feel more relatable. I'm actually glad that they didn't rely super much on cameos. That's not the type of movie that this is. Also, it's not a cameo heavy movie. So, the Miles Teller thing is just honestly more of a coincidence than anything else.
Because Miles Teller wasn't even really big yet.
No, not yet. Out. He had really just had Footloose, and that was really it. Footloose, and he was in Rabbit Hole by the time this movie came out.
That's right. Because Whiplash was 2 years later?
Yeah, 3 years later. Well, yeah, no, sorry, 2 years later.
But you know what else makes this movie pretty good is the soundtrack.
Oh my god, the
soundtrack is there.
One of the all time. So the Daft Punk Tron Legacy soundtrack is the greatest soundtrack of the 2010s. I think this is number 2. I really do, because I was literally bumping this the other day. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, so Bitch Better Have My Money, AMG, Tipsy, Jaquan, Candy, Far East Movement, Ray Ban Vision, A-Track, Nasty, Nas, the remix of Pursuit of Happiness, Heads Will Roll by Yeah Yeah Yeahs. And it's come on.
Well, Eminem did have a song in this movie, right?
Yeah, White Trash Party.
Yeah, White Trash Party also.
Okay, you just said that. Okay.
What makes the soundtrack good is that it correlates with every single scene. The Pursuit of Happiness scene is probably one of the most famous scenes of the movie. That's when they get the ecstasy, and that's when you mentioned that's when the movie really has a turning point. He's like, I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know that's a good song. I actually love that song. And then Wally has a good song too when they jumped off the fucking roof into the bounce house.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's about all I can play before you get copyright. I don't want you to get copyright back.
I'm gonna get fucked in the ass.
Yes. YouTube's you were playing music. You're fired.
Oh my gosh! But dude, I remember. I'm just thinking about this movie is very I miss it because it's I feel like we won't have another movie like this ever.
Well, it's reminiscent
No.
of. It's crazy to say this about the year 2012 because remember, obviously, the year 2012, but it's reminiscent of a more innocent time. Honestly, is what it is.
Agreed.
A time when you could just like take more risks and have more fun and like do a lot more risky shit that now would be completely decreed and cried upon for various different reasons from both political sides. But it's honestly like kind of what's the most sad about looking back at this movie is just how much it is representative of the end of a certain era of comedy, ultimately. Because think about this, like think about the comedies that came out in the years after this year, 2012, 2013, like Anchorman 2. Okay,
Oof.
2014 at least has 22 Jump Street in The Interview, but that's really it. And then 2015, you have Trainwreck, the Amy Schumer movie. You have Spy. You have a lot of female-led comedies, which is cool.
I think
The Night Before, but like you guys see my point in terms of like the slow decrease of comedy output.
I think the best one out of that bunch is like I think it was a couple of years later we got Girls Trip, and what was it, 2017?
Yeah,
I really enjoyed Girls Trip, but
yeah,
Bridesmaids came out this year too. Was that 2012?
No, Bridesmaids the year before. Bridesmaids 2011.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 2012. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Bridesmaids 2011. That's still during the peak. Like the peak is like 8 to 12, where it's like really like that's where they perfected it, and it was just like they were churning shit out.
That's still a top 5, top 6 comedy of all time for me. I love Bridesmaids. That movie's hilarious.
But another thing of Project X that I really liked about it too was that it ended on a way where a sequel could be possible, but like Dom said, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm very, very anti-sequel. Like on this one.
How would a sequel work for this movie?
I mean, there are a bunch of different ways to do it. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that I selfishly do not want a sequel to this. I want this to like stand on its own as like just an absolute, I don't even know how to describe it, but an absolute like pinnacle of just a moment in time for a cinematic escapade.
I don't think, because what more can they do for a sequel that they didn't do in this first movie? I mean,
throw an even bigger party. Like, come on.
I know, but like that's my point. Like, would we be seeing the same old thing? I mean, if you want a sequel, just watch the extended cut. It's like 5 minutes longer, and it's just more boobs.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
that's what I did watch this time around. Let me tell you,
God.
Very good usage of those extra 5 minutes.
Oh, 1,000%, 1,000%. But I don't think a sequel will work. I'm with Dom. Like, I think because this came out in 2012, so I was 16. Yeah. A 16-year-old me would have wanted a sequel. I would have been begging for a sequel. 29-year-old me now, Mac is like, I don't need it.
I was still 14 when this movie came out because I didn't turn 15 until that August because this movie came out in March. But yeah, I think I was like 19 when I finally saw this.
I think with I had a thing when the Mean Girls sequels came out or the Mean Girls movie came out. I thought like, oh, they're gonna do like a reunion in college or something. So they're like, we'll do a Project 6 reunion. I figured it's like, oh, they're gonna be in college or something like that. But I think I agree. Project X is fun. The movie, I know the cast has done some reunions online on YouTube, like Project X Dole or something like that. But
yeah, and like you saw, like Oliver Cooper was like making that fun video where he was like going up to all the cast members. He'd be like, "Yo, you ready for Project X 2?" And they were all like, "No." Like Miles Teller specifically was like, "Dude, you got to back off." And he was like really bad for that. But I think he like broke into Thomas Mann's house or something like that.
Fine. But Dom, what other behind the scenes info do you got for Project X?
Well, another cool thing about how they filmed it is they were basically having all the extras like film it with iPhone footage, which is why a lot of it feels like it was shot by iPhones because it was. And imagine, and just from like a behind the scenes standpoint in terms of like, wow, what a headache it is putting film together. Imagine combing through thousands of hours because they filmed this like over 25 straight nights, I think. Imagine combing through thousands of hours of iPhone footage for like B-roll for a movie that only ultimately is like 88 minutes at most. Like, wowzas.
I feel like all that footage just was probably like, what the fuck did we do for 25 days?
Oh,
He started to be like, what the fuck? Also, I read a story Thomas Mann was talking about when he filmed the scene with Alexis Knapp, that he went to see theaters with his parents. He's like, that was the most awkward thing in his life that he ever had to do. Classic.
Not even just that, but like not even just that scene is awkward enough, but also the fact that it's being filmed by somebody because it's found footage the whole time. And then he comes out and is like, oh, do you need a hand after that whole thing? And he reveals himself.
Let me ask you guys, I want to ask you guys a question. When do you think, at what point in the movie do you guys think, okay, they probably just go ahead and shut this party down now? Like, at what point do you feel like, okay, this, because it's definitely way before, flamethrower guy shows up. I keep forgetting his name.
Wait, are you saying like what time we would shut the party down if we were
Yeah,
there?
yeah. At what point would you like shut the party down? Yeah.
Probably up until the flamethrower guy shows up, because I feel like up until that point, even as crazy as shit gets, it's still like awesome, you know?
Yeah.
And it's really up until like T-Rick shows up. That's when it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, time to shut this down.
Well, like another thing, I probably shut it down like when I don't know, I guess the helicopter showed up and Thomas just flipped off. I was like, my party is legendary. My party's the shit.
That's when I was, that's kind of how I felt. Like I was like, at this point, helicopters are here, the news is here. It's probably time to start shutting this shit down. But I think to Dom's point, though, that the party's already kind of out of control at that point, too.
Yeah, there's no shutting it down. The party's only going to shut down when it's shut down.
Exactly.
And besides, as Costa said, so the break of dawn, yo.
It's at that point, night's over. It's done. Whatever happens at this point.
I literally wrote down like so many of my favorite lines, like so many of my like. There's so many good ones in here.
Oh yeah.
What are some?
Hold on, I'm pulling them up now.
Give me back my
fucking no. That's one of them.
You burn me, I burn you.
So one of my absolute favorite ones is Thomas, when the pool guy comes, he's gonna be like, Thomas, we found some water in your semen.
Oh my god.
And then another one is when he's just like insulting JB and he's like, only thing you're working on is diabetes, you fat fuck.
I like how that scene keeps going though. Tommy's like still checking out the freaking dildo.
And he's like licking it. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
My favorite line was when
he actually leaned into his special needs in order to get him off.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. The short bus the rest of high school.
You know what's so crazy is like, did you guys watch Jonathan Daniel Brown's follow-up movie, Kid Cannabis?
I still haven't seen that.
That movie's fantastic. You guys it's him and Kenny Wormold, ironically the dude from Footloose. And they basically run like a pot smuggling enterprise that and the movie is basically like a Goodfellas style examination of it. And then Ron Perlman and John C. McGinley are in it too. It's wild, this movie.
Oh shit. You can only watch
I was gonna say too, I look at the cast, like, did the cast do anything after this? Like, I've seen Thomas Mann a few times.
Well, Thomas Mann's worked on a bunch of stuff. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl is a big one. He was also in Kong Skull Island.
Yep. Alexis Knapp.
Alexis Knapp went into Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
Oliver Cooper worked, just not as often. Yeah, other than that, not a lot of people, because like I said, it really was like they were trying to aim for first-time people who hadn't had a lot of acting experience. So Miles Teller really, I think, is the biggest star in this movie.
Yeah. My favorite line was when they were escaping T-Rick the flamethrower, and the neighbor goes like, "So hey Costa, great party, buddy. You owe me a fucking tree, you piece of shit." He's like, "You know where you're going? You're going to jail, motherfucker." And she's like, "Yeah, that's my boys."
Suck my dick, Robert. Suck my fucking dick.
Like, dude, you punched a kid.
It's like, do it, genius. I got it all on tape right here. All I got was you punching that little boy in the face.
Yeah, right. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
There's that. He doesn't have a lot of lines in the movie, but it's that like 36, 37-year-old who shows up. Who
the neighbor, yeah, and then he pukes on his wife's own car.
Yep.
And he's just standing there at the end when the news crew is interviewing them.
He doesn't say a word. He's just like nodding.
Fucking thing.
It's so funny.
He's like, just stand there and nod. Just stand there and nod.
Probably got away with it too. She probably didn't even. She probably didn't even realize.
No.
You know what? It's funny though. Like,
What?
I hate to bring I hate to bring race into this, but like, this is the perfect definition of this white privilege here, though.
Oh my god! Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if Thomas was black, he would have been in prison for the rest of his life.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even I know it says like, oh, he's got different charges. Like, that man would have been a fucking Guantanamo Bay.
Question: is this the greatest house party movie of all time?
Yes.
For
me, yes.
For me, it's a tie. It's in the original House Party with Kid and Play.
Have not seen the original House Party, so for me, it is absolutely. Yeah, the only for me like close thing is Can't Hardly Wait, and I guess Scream if you count the party section before the killing starts.
Do we count Animal House?
Oh, Animal House, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But just with the playlists.
I mean that's college, but yeah, it still counts.
Okay. Yes.
Throw me a fucking tree, piece of shit.
Oh, it's so good. It's so Oliver Cooper deserved an Oscar nomination for this. I swear to God.
I will say the part when the cops come, that is like probably my favorite part of the movie because everything is just so like out of
chaotic.
control.
That turns into an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't forget the last shot, the fucking shirtless guy on the horse is like officer down. Like that man wanted the party to keep going. I fucking respect that shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, but we forgot to talk about the one thing about this: the absolute insane inspiration this shit had for people to
the
Project X party,
doing Project X parties.
Yeah, and for people who don't remember, there's a time where people would just go on Facebook and says, "Meet at this house. We'll do a Project X party," and cops were sniffing out, kind of shut it down. There were some parties that got going and stuff like that. I think the most famous case is the one in Australia, which they basically interview at the end with, I think it's like Corey Worthington is his name. But yeah, Project X inspired a lot of shit. And did you ever thought you would go to a Project X party?
No, I mean I didn't. I mean, because in high school I went to private school, and my school had less people. Because my school had like 360 people, so that's probably the amount of people that showed up when the party first started.
Yeah,
that's how big my school was. So
yeah,
I mean, I was never going to go to this type of party. Never.
Yeah. For me, it was by the time I watched it, the phase of people throwing Project X parties, I feel like it kind of fizzled out because that was like 2015, 16, 17. Like the vibe was already shifting by that point. So I mean, there were still like some great killer house parties, but like by the time I started going to them, like the phase had already kind of fizzled out. I will say though that the Halloween party that I went to during COVID, it wasn't quite Project X, but it was like getting to that point where like that was the most amount of people that I had ever seen at like a house in my hometown growing up, and they had acid-laced fruit punch. So everybody was going like wild. I was like smoking joints in like a side room with like 6 people. It was wild, this Halloween party. People were going in and out, in and out. I saw girls up at the table shaking their ass. Like it was a great time. It was a great fucking time. And I'll say that's probably the closest party that I've ever been to in terms of like having sort of a Project X experience. I'm still not even close to the level of Project X, but
to your point though, I'm surprised we actually haven't gotten like a COVID style type house party movie. Actually,
yeah,
you say that.
Yeah, a little bit of a missed opportunity. No,
how would you pull that off?
Oh, it'd be so easy. It'd be actually too easy.
I mean I mean, if you want your sequel, there's your sequel right there.
No. Don't relate this to Project X in any way. Make this something completely different.
I heard a rumor if they did do a sequel, they'd focus on their kids. Like they have kids, they throw their own party. That's what I did.
That would have been awful. That would have been
terrible. Worse.
Yeah, that would have been terrible.
That sounds even worse. That sounds like that sounds like it should belong on right to Netflix. That 90s show style.
Oh no, you give it too much credit.
Project X, the next generation. That's literally it. Netflix is making that right now. Now because I said it, the algorithm heard it, and now Netflix is gonna make it. Watch that happen.
I will say that another thing about Project X that you know what, fuck it, I'm playing the gnome scene because that's fucking. Come on.
Oh him humping the gnome.
Yeah.
Give me back my fucking gnome.
No, fuck that! Just go!
That man held on for fucking dear life.
He's still running.
Maybe fucking cut a little bit further.
Running.
Kung fu no good here.
Kung Fu no good, yeah.
No good here.
Like, what the fuck is the point? I will say that one scene that I kind of have personal ties to is when we get the alcohol. And it's got like a lot of shit because that reminded me of my 21st birthday and I can finally drink it. It's got all the alcohol I wanted. I was like, yes. But, you know, everybody's drinking. That's your typical house party movie because why the fuck not? And hey, like you mentioned, everyone got action. Tom's got action. Costas got 3 paternity suits.
Well, can we just talk about, like, forget the amount of like, you know, not high schoolers that showed up. Just the amount of like adults that immediately showed up, because remember, Miles Teller, who was in college, brought a bunch of people to that party. Like when you're in college, okay, forget if you're not 21, but if you're in college, you're technically an adult. Like you're an adult once you turn 18. So you already had adults mingling with high schoolers long before like the rest of the, you know, insanity happened and the rest of the people got there, when you had like fucking 40 and 50-year-olds, just like random gang members just showing up and just like God only knows all sorts of other people.
You know, I think this movie is so like this is a parent's worst nightmare right here. And he's like 88 minutes. I'm curious. I want to ask you guys this question because I go back to the whole white privilege thing, right? Even though Thomas got brought up on like 7 different charges, where was it, like 7 or 8 different charges? He probably like house arrest or something like that. He probably didn't go to prison.
He's not serving out that. He's not serving out like a full prison term of any kind. He is definitely getting out on like good behavior or something like that, if he even does time, or he'll do like community service or something like that.
Where do you put on your college applications too?
Yeah.
So
it's like I threw the Project X party.
You're in.
Also, another behind the scenes fact about the title is the fact that that was literally just a working title that they had because they couldn't come up with a title, and then they were throwing around other titles, and then I think it was Todd Phillips actually who was like, "Yeah, why don't we just keep it Project X?" And I think that was the right decision.
Very, very much so. I agree, Dom. Right decision. Can't hear you, Matt.
What else would you have called it?
Did you hear him, Dom?
Mac, I think something's up with your microphone.
What?
Yeah, no, we can hear you. You're just like really quiet for some reason.
Oh, how about this?
Little, not really.
How about this?
Okay, that's better.
That's better, yeah.
Yeah.
What would you have called it? Like, what did you say? I think Project X kind of makes you feel like this is the Project File, the greatest party that ever happened. Like, I think
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's literally nothing else you could have named this.
Unless you just title like house party, but you can't do that. So house
party's already taken. So.
But shout out to the director Nima Nourazadia.
Nima Nourazadeh.
He would later go on to do American Ultra and nothing else.
Don't forget, he did the Pursuit of Happiness music video, which is what got him this job.
That's right.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's just weird that like Todd Phillips was involved in this. It's just, I'm like, what the fuck?
You know, when I first saw Todd Phillips' name, I was like, "Oh, he directed this. That's kind of cool." And then I just
Yeah,
found out he's a
no,
producer.
yeah, but it makes perfect sense. Like, who else at this time could have produced something like this?
Yeah,
Like,
because
sorry, Apatow couldn't pull this off.
Apatow. If this was an
Listen,
Apatow movie done,
2012
2.5
Apatow, don't
hours.
underestimate it. Sure, we're getting into This Is 40 era, but 2012 Apatow was still at the peak of his powers. He had just produced Bridesmaids the year before.
Hey, look, no, I'm a fan of Judd Apatow. I will never hand Judd Apatow. My thing with Judd Apatow is he doesn't know when to end a movie. So if Judd Apatow had made Project X, shit, an hour and a half of the movie, the party probably wouldn't have even started yet. Shit.
Well, the thing about Judd Apatow is all of his movies are dialogue heavy. This movie is just like, it's just all sensual. Like, it's all sensual, and like the script, it's like, was there even a script for this? It's like, let's just, yeah, exactly.
I feel like the script was just an outline. You say, hey, we're going to just do this and this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like they just went to work the next day. Like, all right, what are we doing today?
We're burning down the entire set.
Yeah.
Like, that felt like a genuine reaction. I feel like they didn't know what was going to happen. Like, that's what makes it even funnier. They're like, what the fuck? But, yeah, I guess we should maybe wrap it up. Do we have any other last thoughts about Project X and how we're never going to get a sequel again?
The only thing that I'll say to wrap it up is that Jonathan Daniel Brown comes into my roommate Karn's old job a couple times, and they talked a little bit about it.
Really?
About the movie.
Nice.
Yeah. And basically he sort of low-key admitted to being like, yeah, like rest of my career kind of didn't go the way that I wanted to, you know, but so he may be a little jaded over his experience on that movie. But for the most part, it's like, listen, dude, you were still in Project X, which is like the greatest house party movie ever made.
Rod?
Yeah, no, listen, to me, like, is this a greatly made movie? No, this movie's ridiculous.
I disagree. This movie is amazingly well made.
But like I'm always gonna have fond memories of this. I have the Blu-ray. Going back and watching this earlier today, I was like, man, it's just brought back memories of like watching this with friends and stuff. As you guys were talking about watching this with your friends and everything. I don't think we're ever gonna get another house party movie like this ever again. We may get house party movies, but nothing to this extent. Nothing to this extent. I don't think we're ever going to see that ever again.
It's just a good time. It's just a good time, ultimately, at the end of the day. Yes, it's crazy. Yes, it's insane. Yes, it's over the top. Yes, it's ridiculous. But at the end of the day, it's just a fun movie to just throw on and enjoy.
Exactly. Turn your brain off. Just enjoy shenanigans for an hour and a half.
Yes.
Tons of boobs. Tons of great music.
Exactly. You know exactly what the movie is going in.
Can't wait to see the Project X Criterion collection.
Yes.
I mean, I buy it.
Literally, I would. You want to talk about something that deserves a Criterion.
I buy the hell out of
But this has been another great live stream. We utterly fucked up today, and we promise next time. Dom had this idea. We'll probably do is going to be the top 10 worst films of the year because there's a lot of shit this year. Right, Dom? Right, Dom?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I was just checking, my list of shit actually in order to.
What were some of the films you had on there that you told me that could be difficult?
I got a couple. At the risk of spoiling the list, I don't want to go too far in depth with it. But I did want to just give a shout out to a movie that I saw last night. Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which is the greatest.
Oh no!
No! You guys, you don't understand. Listen, this movie is the greatest bad movie of the year. Like, this movie is so bad, but it is such a fun vibes hangout movie. Like, the cast is so good all together. They bounce off each other so well. Like, Sessa, Justice Smith, and Ariana Greenblatt actually like work well with the Four Horsemen, and Rosamund Pike basically plays a James Bond villain. This movie is incredible. It's so stupid. Like, if you stop to think about the plot for a minute, you're going to be like, this movie sucks, but it doesn't matter because it's so much fun. It feels like such a throwback to like the late 2000s era, like Ocean's 11 movies.
That was a movie you were excited for too.
Yes, it was. I had it in my draft.
What do you think about those first two movies, Don? Because like I don't like
the first movie. I have not seen the second movie.
Okay. Oh, so you just went from 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I just haven't had the heart to like really enjoy the franchise. I think the first one's fine. Second one, I actually enjoyed the second one more than the first one, to be honest with you. But
Second one directed by the director of In the Heights and Wicked.
so, oh
Yep,
shit,
John M. Chu.
holy crap! No wonder I liked it. I like him. I like him as a director.
Yeah.
But until next time, I've been Mac, it's been Dom, it's been Rod, and we'll see you all next live stream. Peace.
Hopefully you'll actually see me.
Yeah. Now you see me 3.
Hey.